Hello everybody, welcome to Monday evening yoga. If you need your block, please make sure you have your block handy, and if you need any other props, you can also bring the props somewhere alongside you should you need them. And so we'll be getting started in another moment. So let's begin in a comfortable position, coming into the middle of your mat with your legs crossed. So if you need to sit on your block, you can sit on your block. And you're just going to rock from side to side, move the flesh away from your buttocks, and then allow your spine to be nice and straight. Draw your navel into the back of the spine and try not to arch through the lower back. So feel as if you're almost taking a little tilt in your pelvis, and pull the belly in. Let the shoulders stack over your hips and rest your hands gently onto your knees and just close your eyes. So it's time to just connect to your breath now so that we bring our awareness and our focus in the present moment. So anything from your day, just start to let that go, so that allowing your mind not to go into what has happened today, but to just come to the moment that's here and now. So all we have is the present moment. And as you close your eyes, check in with your body. Make sure that your body feels very comfortable where it is, and that you feel relaxed through your shoulders, and the crown of the head is reaching and extending towards the sky. And continue to feel the navel pulling into the back of the spine. So we want to start to now connect to our breath. So just notice your inhale and exhale. Try to make that breath smooth and even. And as you start to slow the breath down and smooth it out a little, start to notice the sound that the breath makes as it travels in and out through the back of your throat. And feel as if you're drawing energy from the earth up through your sit bone, all the way up through your spine, and then allowing that energy to extend out from the crown of your head as it extends all the way up into the universe. Just feeling length and space. And so noticing where you feel any tightness, anything that you're holding on to. Try to feel some more space, feeling that your spine becomes longer and taller. And from here, let's bring our hands together in prayer position, drawing the thumbs right into the center of the heart. We're going to extend the arms all the way out to the side, so slowly open your eyes, raise the arms out to the side and lift them all the way up. And then bring your hands to prayer, exhale, lower the hands to the center of the heart once again. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. And slowly exhale, bring it down. And again, lifting the arms up, inhale. And taking the hands down with your exhale. Let's do that again 3 more times, but this time close your eyes as you do it. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, bringing the hands down. Continue to keep your eyes closed, raising up again. And bringing it down. And one more time, lift the arms up, inhale. And with your exhale, lower the hands back down as the thumbs come to the center of your heart. Relax your shoulders, and then allow the palms to come to rest onto your knees, and slowly let your eyes open. Let's start to circle the body around. Doesn't matter what direction you move in, just start to circle around. Start to notice what you're feeling, maybe in through your hips or your lower back. Just experiencing the openness. And if you feel a lot of tension, maybe make the circle a little bit smaller. So you want to really be able to feel that you're okay with the way that you're taking your body around. Keep feeling that your navel is pulling into the back of the spine. And the next time that you come forward, reverse your circle, go the opposite direction. And just circling around, breathing in and out through your nose. And then let's return back to center. Inhale, take the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands forward. We're going to take it right into tabletop, so come onto your hands and knees. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders, and just bring the hands about maybe 6 inches, 8 inches away from the top of your mat. Spread your fingers wide and continue to keep your knees directly under your hips. And we're going to pull the shoulders back away from the ears, curl your toes, and let the tailbone tilt up. Let your head look up left. As you exhale, flatten your toes and draw your navel into the back of the spine. Start to round through the whole back, chin into the chest. And begin again, curling the toes, tilt the tail, lift the head. And flatten the toes, round the spine. Exhale, pull the belly in. And do this a couple of more times on your own. And maybe let your eyes stay closed and really feel that you're drawing your focus and awareness inward, just to experience what's happening as you move your body this way. Notice where you're feeling open space, maybe tightness. Just observing, not judging it. So we don't want to create judgment when we're moving through our practice. So remember to do the best you can. You don't have to keep up with me. You can always come into child's pose if you need to. Now let's finish up right here. Coming back into your cat, round the back, chin into the chest. And then come back to a neutral spine and just take your hands maybe about 3 inches in front of you so that they're not directly under your shoulders. Now let's curl the toes. We're going to push back through the heels. The tailbone is going to reach back, and then we're going to feel as if we're pushing the mat away to lift the knees up, taking our first down dog. And as your head hangs, shake your head yes, and shake your head no. And if you need to do that several times to really feel that you're loosening up your neck, go ahead and just do that. And really feel that your shoulders are rolling away from the ears. So you want to turn the eyes of your elbows more up towards the ceiling. And press through your heels, lifting all 10 toes off the floor to stretch in through the right and left calf, as well as maybe into the shins. And then lift your heels all the way up a little higher without bringing the weight forward. And then lower the heels back down and raise the toes. Go as deep as you can into the stretching the calves. Again, lift high up onto the toes. Try not to bring the weight forward. And lower back down. And once again, raise high up onto the balls of the feet. And lower the heels all the way down. And then looking forward, start to walk your feet all the way to the very top of your mat. So you want to come to get with your big toes coming together. And we're going to put a slight bend in the knees. And you're going to hang here in ragdoll. So take the pinky fingers into the creases of your opposite elbows. Draw your head down. Let your tailbone lift. Bend the knees as much as you need to. So you want to feel a stretch opening in through the back of your leg. And just let your head hang again if you need to. Shake it yes. Shake it no. Feel that your head is very heavy. Your arms are completely relaxed. And then just let your arms fall down towards the mat. Start to bend the legs a little more as you tuck your tail under, pull your belly in, roll up one vertebra at a time. Keep the chin into the chest as you slowly take it up. Control and breathe. Don't be in a hurry to stand up right away, so you want to take this with control. And once your tailbone is pressing down to the floor, make sure that the crown of the head reaches towards the ceiling. And then let your eyes open and let's draw the shoulders forward, lift them up, roll them back and down. 2 more times like that, shoulders lift and roll back and down. And last time, shoulders lift and roll it back and down. Let's bring both arms all the way up. Inhale. And allow your hands to come together, making steeple fingers. So you want your pointer fingers to connect. Lift up as high as you can. Pull your belly in. Pull the shoulders down away from your ears. And let's take a side stretch over to the left, pressing your right hip out. And keep reaching the fingers all the way over to the corner of the room. Try to make sure that you're in a nice lateral stretch. You're not rounding through the back and you're not coming forward with your chest. So your chest is really facing the wall that's in front of you. And then come back up on your inhale. And with your exhale, let's take it to the other side. Try to stretch both arms as straight as possible. And breathe, feeling that stretch into the left side of your body now. Make sure that you're breathing and not holding your breath. Slowly take it back up. Inhale, exhale, release. Take both arms all the way down and bring your hands back into prayer, right into the center of the heart. And from here, just take your chin to the chest. So perhaps throughout the rest of your practice, really just make sure that you're checking in. Always be able to be mindful of what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, and does it feel good, whatever you're experiencing. If it's not feeling good, if you feel that you're overstraining, then modify. Maybe come out of the pose, go into it again, and see where your edge is. But don't feel that you have to force yourself, because then you won't want to continue. So let's bring our chin level with the mat. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. We're going to fold forward with the exhale, stepping the right leg all the way back into a lunge position. So once your right leg goes back, just lower the right knee down to the floor, keeping the toes curled on your right foot. We're going to lean the right buttock towards the right heel as the left foot starts to lift off the mat. So you want your left leg to go as straight as possible. So if your knee is bent, you want to straighten it out as much as you can, sitting down towards that right heel. So your right sole of the foot should be feeling a stretch. You want to continue to pull your left hip back so that you feel that you're getting that stretch in through the whole left leg. If you're not feeling a stretch here, you can just start to lean forward, but that left leg is straight. So if you have it challenge just trying to get the leg straight, just stay where you are and then keep trying to push the back of the left knee down. But just make sure that you're feeling that it's a stretch that you're comfortable holding. And let's bring both hands back on either side of your left foot. The right toes are still curled, so you're going to push back through your heel and then turn yourself towards the long side of your mat. Adjust so that both toes, the toes on both feet, are facing that long side of your mat. Here's where you might need your block, so you can have your block handy and use whatever position of your block you need to bring the floor up to you to keep your back nice and long. So if it's the higher end, take the higher end, or the medium size, or the shorter. Or if you don't need it at all, you can stay on the palm or the fingertips. You want to keep both hips square to the floor. Stretch the left arm all the way up to the ceiling. Lift it up and look up at your left thumb. So keep feeling that you're trying to draw your left hip down to the floor, pulling your right hip away from your right side. So you're going to feel a deeper stretch in the right hamstring. And then from here, let's take the left hand. We're going to replace it where the right hand is and stretch the right arm all the way up. So you want to stretch up as high as you can, trying to get that right shoulder to stack over the left. And here the legs are not bent. So that's why you need the block, so that your legs won't start to bend. So you want to keep the legs as straight as possible. And then bring the right hand down where the left hand is. And we're going to now take that lunge over to the left foot once again, and take the right foot to meet the left. Bring the left leg all the way back. So you're in the lunge, right knee is over your ankle, left toes are curled. Lower the left knee and keep the toes curled on your left foot. As you push back, the left buttock comes towards the heel and the right foot starts to lift and raise up. So again, try to stretch back, pulling the right hip back, and maybe you can sit onto your left heel. You want to feel the flex in that right foot, which gives a deep stretch, that gives that stretch through the hamstring. And then if you're not feeling much of a stretch, you can fold forward, or if this is as intense as it gets for you, stay here and just make sure that you're able to hold it and breathe with it. And then from here, come back. And this time we're going to take the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Come all the way up. Bring your arms up. Palms come together and return the hands down to prayer. Let your chin come into the chest. Nice deep breath here. In through the nose, out through the nose. So just check in with your breath every once in a while. Make sure that you're really notice that you are in control of your breath. So that if you feel all of a sudden that you're like hyperventilating, or if you feel that you need a rest, take child's pose. So never feel that you have to force yourself through your practice. Return your chin level with the mat. Let's bring both arms all the way up. Inhale, stretching up through the fingers. Exhale, fold. And let's step the left leg back and right leg back, taking it right into a down dog. Let that tailbone lift. You're going to raise the right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to come forward to a plank as you bring your right knee in between the hands. So keep that shin right above the mat and stretch that leg all the way back. And again, come forward to your plank. So you should really be able to come right into position with plank and down dog without having to move your left foot or your hand. And last time, come forward and hold. Lift out of that left and right hand, and you want to pull the shoulders back. That right knee is right in between the hands, and the shin is hovering over the mat. And lift that right leg all the way up, and then lunge the right foot in between the hands, taking it into a high lunge. So stay on the ball of your left foot. Take your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift your chest, and move the knuckles away from your buttocks. So get that right thigh to come parallel to the mat. And breathe. Pull the shoulders down. Keep stretching the knuckles away from your buttocks. Nice deep inhale and exhale. And then from here, let's release. Take both arms all the way up. Inhale. As you exhale, we're going to fold forward. And once we come forward, we're going to stretch the arms back. And we're going to come back up again. Inhale. And exhale. So keep the back long, push back through that left heel. Raise the arms forward. So taking a little flow here in this high lunge. And come forward. And lift up. Right from here, take the left foot and bring it to meet the right. Bring both hands together in prayer to the center of your chest. Close your eyes. Take a moment just to notice. And so remember, every day is different. So if you feel that you're being very challenged today, just do the best you can. If you are coming into the high lunge and you feel maybe you need a low lunge, feel free to lower your knee down. And slowly opening your eyes, lift the arms all the way up. Inhale, fold forward as you exhale. Stepping it back, whatever leg feels comfortable to come back into your down dog. So make sure your palms are right under your shoulders and lift those hips up. So we want to be able to have that transition when we lift the left leg coming forward with the knee, that we're going to be able to come into plank without having to move the feet or the hands. So let's take that left leg up, and then you're going to come forward to your plank, trying to bring the knee right in between the hands. Shin is hovering over the mat, and lift it back and up. And again, come forward, hover over the mat with that right left shin, and stretch it back. And this time, we're going to hold it here. So lift out of the palms, pull the shoulders back, push back through your right heel, squeeze your navel into the back of the spine. Make sure that right hip is rotating down. And send that leg all the way back and up, and lunge that left foot in between the hands. So you want to get that knee to come over the ankle. Stay on the ball of your right foot. Make sure your left knee is over the ankle at 90 degrees, and your left thigh is parallel to the mat. Squeeze your inner thighs together, pull your navel into the back of the spine, and stretch your arms back. Lift your chest and start to interlace the fingers as you stretch your knuckles down and then pull away from your buttocks. Gaze up. So flow, make sure that breath is flowing in and out through the back of your throat. Square those hips forward, scissoring those inner thighs together. And then take the arms, extend them all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Remember, you can take that right knee down if you need to. Bring the arms up and come forward again. Stretching back. Let those shoulders stay long, not hunched. Reach up and come forward. And coming back up. And we're going to take the right foot to meet the left. Bring both hands back to prayer and hold. Go right into your breath. Close your eyes. If you feel dizzy closing your eyes, then keep them open. But just have a place to gaze, either if you're bringing your chin down, feel as if you're gazing down into the heart. If you're not bowing your head, let your gaze just be forward. So you don't want your eyes darting all over the room. And link with your breath. So we just really started to energize the body here. So let's open the eyes, raise both arms all the way up. Inhale, exhale and fold. We're going to find that down dog once again. And lifting the hips all the way up. Drop the head, pushing the heels down to the mat, pushing the mat away with your hands. And let's raise the right leg all the way up. This time the right knee is going to come to the right elbow. So rather than coming in between the hands, it's going to come to touch that right elbow. Stretch it all the way back and up. And touching that right elbow again. Come low into your plank. Make sure your butt is not up. And then stretch it up. So you don't want to be like this. You want to be coming forward into your plank. Let's hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and send it all the way back. And lunge that right foot in between the hands. So now we're going to take the left foot flat onto the floor and windmill the left hand forward so that we take it right into a warrior 2. And open the arms, sink your pelvis down, look down the fingers of your right hand. Really let those hips pull away from your rib cage. Draw the shoulders down. Open up that right inner thigh. So you want to make sure your right knee is over your ankle and that right thigh is parallel to the floor and you're not dropping your knees down to the mat. So continue to push down into the edge of your left foot. Nice deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. And now we're going to straighten the right leg, taking triangle. So if you need to shorten your stance, you might want to just wiggle the left foot in a little closer. So your left toes are angled more at about a 45-degree angle, so they're facing a little bit towards the left edge of your mat, not towards the back of your mat. Your right leg is straight. Engage that right quadricep. So tighten your right thigh. Really tighten it and feel it pulling into your right hip as you push your left hip towards the back of your mat. Reach out with your right hand, stretch out, and then just lower the hand down. Bring your left hand, you want to take your left hand onto your left hip. And then you're going to roll the hip open, roll the shoulder open. So you want your left shoulder to stack over the right. If you feel that it's not happening, just keep your left hand on your left hip and start to keep rotating open. So don't feel that you have to lift the arm up, because if you lift the arm up and your shoulder is not over the right shoulder, your arm will be going more forward or kind of at a diagonal. But we want the whole chest to open, and we want that left arm to stack, the shoulder to stack right over the right shoulder. Look up towards your left fingers, and if that's too intense, just bring the crown of your head to that back of your mat or the front of your mat. And then look down at your right big toe. We're going to come all the way back up. So we're going to take it right back into our warrior 2. I just turned around so that I could show you. But from here, if you need to take the left leg back, sink it down into your warrior 2 once again. And relax. So you want to relax into the pose. Breathe into it. And then take the hands down on either side of your right foot. Take that right leg, lift it all the way back and up. Stretch it up. High as it can go, and then lower the foot down. So switching sides now. Our left leg is going to lift. Make sure that you're going to be able to come forward and be in your plank so that your butt won't be up. So if you have to move your hands forward, move your hands forward. And don't worry about whether your legs are bent or straight in your down dog. If they're bent, that's okay. Let the left leg lift. Come forward to your plank and bring your left knee to your left elbow. So you want to get yourself in the plank position. Then send it back and up. And again, come forward, left knee to left elbow. And send it back and up. And again, left knee, left elbow. And hold here. Pull the belly in. Tuck your tail under. Holding it for 3, 2, and 1. Send it all the way back. And then lunge that left foot right in between the hands. So if your foot can't come there right away, you can guide it in with your left hand. Once you do, make sure the 90-degree angle is there. Flatten your right toes to the floor so your left heel lines up with the instep of your right foot. Windmill the right arm forward, open the chest. As the right arm goes back, the left arm comes up, pelvis presses down, shoulders are stacked over your hips. So allow that left knee to stay over the ankle, left thigh parallel to the mat, and ground into the edge of your right foot. Sinking that pelvis, shoulders down, gaze down those left fingers. So if your breath starts to feel a little more labored, go make sure that you're finding your Ujjayi breath. Start to slow it down. Find the rhythm of your breath. From here, we're taking it into triangle. So the left leg will straighten. If you need to shorten your stance, the right foot wiggles in, continuing to keep the heel to instep alignment. So right toes are slightly angled to the longer part of your mat, facing towards the right corner. And then we're going to tighten the left side. So you want to squeeze your left quadricep. Reach and extend out with that left hand so the left side of your body is long. And then bring your left hand down with your right hand onto your hip. Now this is going to just, what you're thinking of doing is rolling your shoulder open, rolling your rib cage up towards the ceiling so that your whole chest is in a straight line with the wall in front of you. And then if you're able to, the right arm can come up. But if you try to reach the arm up and you're here, you want to work on rolling the shoulder so that the arms will come shoulder height and be even as long as that right shoulder is over the left. But if your right shoulder is more down, you're not going to be able to get it up there. So work on just trying to get the space that you need through the rib cage. And look down at your left big toe. Let's come all the way up. We're going to take it right back into our warrior two. So if you shorten your stance, you might want to wiggle that right foot back. Bend your left leg so that the knee stays over the ankle. Sink your pelvis down and breathe. Relax through your shoulders. Windmill the hands on either side of your left foot, taking your left leg back to your down dog. Hold here. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. So let's take our right leg, lift it all the way up. This time we're going to cross the right knee towards the left elbow. So a little bit of a twist here. Both arms are straight, and then send it back and up. And again, bring yourself to your plank. Right elbow touching the left, and send it back and up. And last time, touching that left elbow, lift that right leg. Holding it for 3, 2, 1, and send the right leg all the way up. Stretch it up. We're going to bend the right leg at the knee. You want to really open up that right hip, let that right heel come towards the left buttock. And breathe. So you're stretching that right knee up to the ceiling. So keep holding here. I'm just going to move my mat a little so we have room. We're going to see if we can maybe flip the dog. So in order to do that, you're going to take your left hand a little closer to the midline of the mat here. And then flip that right foot down towards the outer side of your mat and raise your arm up. So the hips are lifting, your feet are flat on the floor, and you're lifting the left hand, pushing it away from the mat. So the left shoulder doesn't drop down, and that left arm is doing the work to hold you here. Take that right arm and see if you can extend it out and back. Flipping that right hand back down, the right leg is going to come back, and you're going to position back into your three-legged dog. And then from here, Let's lower that right foot down. Hold your down dog, drop the head, and continue to push the mat away. Make sure you're not holding tension in your neck and shoulders, so always feel free to shake your head. And let's take the left leg, lift it up. We're going to cross that left knee towards the right elbow. So coming forward and come into your plank. Try to touch the knee to your elbow and then send it back and up. And again, coming to touch that right elbow. So you're going to be in a little twist here. And send it back and up. And once again, bring it in. Keep that leg lifted. And let's hold it here for 3, 2, 1. And send that leg all the way back and up once again. Bend the leg at the knee so your left hip is opening. Breathe. Let that left heel come towards your right buttock. And if you feel that you want to flip this side, just bring your right hand a little closer to the left. Let that left foot flop down. So both feet come flat on the mat. And lift your hips. Lift the arm up, extend it, and then just open it out to the side. And breathe. Keep lifting your hips. Feel that chest opening. Flipping the dog back around. Left hand comes down. Left leg goes up. Stretch it all the way up. And lower the left foot down to the mat. Holding here. So let's hold it for 5 breaths. Make sure your breath is still flowing freely. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose so that you're distributing that energy. And keep breathing. Keep lifting the hips, pulling the belly into the back of the spine. Let's take 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. From here, we're going to take child's pose. So inhale, let your knees come to the mat. Exhale, sit that tailbone down to your heels. Separate your knees. Draw your tailbone down, forehead to the mat. And breathe here. Just relax. This is our resting pose. Tailbone presses towards your heels. Forehead to the floor or forehead on your block. If your head can't come down, you don't want to draw your chin into the chest. You want to have the ability to bring your whole chest down closer to the floor, so just your forehead touches the floor. Nice deep breath. And from here, let's take it back up into a down dog. So keep your arms extended. Stretch through the fingers, opening those fingers wide. Palms are flat. Come back up onto the knees. Bringing the knees under your hips. Curl your toes, and let's lift it back for our down dog. Let's take our right leg, lift it all the way up to the ceiling. Lunge that right foot in between the hands. So get your knee to come over the ankle. We're going to lift the left leg up. As you lift the leg up, straighten your right leg. And then we're going to place it back down again and come into a high lunge. So once you come up with the right leg straight, lunge the left foot back and come once again into your high lunge and lift your arms all the way up. So find your balance here because we're going to do this 3 times. We're going to let the left foot lift off of the mat while we lift the left knee and straighten the right leg. So we're going to first straighten the right leg, bend the leg, and let the left leg come up, and then bring it back once again into your lunge. And then again, lift up, and bring it back into your lunge. Control here. Last time, lift it up, and bring it back into your lunge, and lower your hands down. Take your right leg, lift it all the way back and up. And then right from here, just walk your hands to your left foot. So as you start to walk your hands to your left foot, you want the leg to stay straight. So as soon as you notice the leg is bending, don't walk any further, but try to keep pulling your right hip towards the mat and pulling your left hip away from your left side. Try to press through that left heel. You want that left leg to go straight as possible. So the left leg stays straight, and depending on your flexibility, you might be able to walk your hands to that left foot, but don't do it if you start to bend the leg. And so you want to maybe take the hands right alongside that left foot. Drop your head. So it's okay if your hands are more to the middle of your mat, but you want to draw the right hip down. Walk yourself back to your three-legged dog, and then lunge the right foot in between the hands, and bring your left foot forward. Inhale, arms out, and come all the way up. Bring your hands together, and let's hold in mountain pose, taking a rest here. Feel that energy. So creating a lot of heat through the body. Close your eyes or keep your drishti facing the wall in front of you, or if your chin is down, you can be looking into the heart. Link with your breath. Really feel that deep connection that you have. Conscious of your breath, flowing in and out. And then bring your chin level with the mat. Open your eyes if they're closed. Raise both arms all the way up. Inhale, fold forward as you exhale. Then take it back into our down dog. So whatever leg feels comfortable, bringing it back. And breathe. You're going to take your left leg, lift it up. Lunge that left foot in between the hands. So we're going to come back into that high lunge. So you want to find where that balance is, where you feel comfortable, where you feel the strength that you need. You're going to take that left leg, straighten it, and then you're going to bend the leg and raise your right leg. Oh, sorry, we have to be in the lunge first. So we come up to the lunge. So first come up into your lunge. Drop your pelvis down, square the hips forward. So here's where you really feel that you get the control. Pull the belly in. Find and establish that balance in that right ball of the foot, and also feeling the strength in that left leg, because the right leg is just going to be kind of passing through while you're holding everything in tight. So straighten the leg, and then you're going to bring that right leg up, and then take it back again into your high lunge. And lift, inhale, exhale, and bring it back. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, and take it back. And bring both hands down on either side of your left foot. Going to lift the left leg all the way up. Press your right heel as close to the floor as you can. Keep drawing your left hip towards the mat. Pull your right hip away from your right side. So you want to feel that right hip raising back to the where the wall and the ceiling meet. Start to walk your hands to your right foot. As long as your right leg stays straight, you're good. As soon as you notice it starts to bend, find where you don't bend the leg, and just keep walking in. So maybe your right side is more flexible than the left, and drop your head. You want to feel that stretch in your right hamstring. So wherever you are, that right leg is straight. Don't worry about how close your hands are towards your foot, your right foot, but as long as that right leg is straight. Walk it back, three-legged dog, and then lunge the left foot back in between the hands, followed by your right. Inhale, arms out to the side. Come all the way up. Bring your palms together. Slowly let the hands come to the center of your heart, and close your eyes. So here's the time to notice your breath. Notice the control that you have. Maybe everything's been pretty intense so far. So you want to just feel quiet. So the heart may be racing, but the breath is smooth, and you're really inviting in ease. Slowly let your eyes open, lift the arms up, inhale, exhale, and fold. Step your legs back and come right into a tabletop position with your palms under the shoulders, knees under your hips, legs hip distance apart. Taking a twist here. So we're going to raise the right arm out to the side and up. So you want to follow your right thumb as it lifts all the way up, and then slide your right hand behind your left wrist and keep reaching the fingers all the way towards the left. So your left elbow bends. So you want to get the right shoulder down to the floor. Try to let the temple and ear touch the mat. So you don't want your head to be hanging out in space. If you find that it's very challenging to get your head down, you can bring the block, but you really do want to work on trying to get your head down towards the mat. You don't want your head to be hanging. So the right side of your head is on the floor. And now from here, just take the left arm and extend it all the way up to the ceiling. So again here, the left shoulder should stack over the right. If that's not happening, then just keep your left hand on the mat. So when your left hand is on the mat, you can then start to push so that the left shoulder pulls back. And that eventually you'll get that left shoulder to stack over the right, and the left arm then can raise up easily. And so from here, you're going to come back. So you're going to slide your right hand back out as you follow the right thumb out to the side and up, and place the hand back down under your shoulder. So reposition if you need to. Other side, the left arm is going to extend up, follow the thumb, and reaching that left hand all the way over to the right. As your left shoulder comes down, left cheek, ear, and temple to the mat, and your right palm is on the floor. So you want to really pull that right shoulder back. So if it feels comfortable to raise the right arm, you want to lift the arm. But remember, we don't want the arm to just be out to the side. The arm should be up as long as the right shoulder is over the left. The arm will be able to go up. But if your shoulder is more down, your arm is going to be more at a diagonal. So that's why it's important to really scoot the left shoulder more to the right and raise that right arm. You want to pull the right shoulder back. Bring that right hand back down to the mat. And as you slide the left hand, follow the thumb out to the side and up, and bring the hand back down. And from here, cross behind your legs at the ankle and sit down onto your buttocks. Legs stay crossed, and just find the middle of your mat. And right from here, just let your eyes close and bring your hands into Anjali Mudra. So into prayer position. Thumbs to the center of your heart. Just notice what you're feeling in your body so far. So really feeling the effort right away. You can really feel what you've been doing. You can feel that result. The whole body is open, energized. And slowly let your eyes open. We're going to bring the hands onto the mat next to the hips and extend your legs forward. And just rock, moving the flesh away. So you want to rock onto the sits bones, pull the flesh away from your buttocks, and flex your feet, pressing the toes towards your face. Sit up nice and tall, pull the shoulders away from the ears, coming into Dandasana. And just let your hands rest next to your hips, but don't shrug the shoulders up. Try to pull them down and pull the belly in. Try not to arch through the lower back. Keep those feet flexed. And just stay here. Close your eyes. So as you're here, just feel your hands resting on the floor. They're not pushing into the floor to keep your arms straight. If your arms have to bend, that's fine, but pull your elbows towards each other and let your shoulders pull away from the ears. So we're going to take intense E-stretch here. So we're going to take the hands and place them behind us so that they're going to be coming underneath your shoulders. So you have the option to keep the legs straight, or you can take your feet flat on the floor. So we'll be taking a reverse tabletop. You want to make sure that whatever position you're coming into, that your shoulders are pulled back. So just lean back into your palms, pull your elbows together, and push your chest forward so that your shoulders are pulling down. And you don't want your shoulders to hunch forward. You don't want to cave into your chest. So make sure that you're lifting your chest, and then you're going to push into the hands to raise your hips, point your toes if your legs are extended. If not, you're in your reverse tabletop where your feet are just directly underneath. Your ankles are underneath your knees. And let your head just go to the back of the room. Keep trying to lift your hips, lift those shoulders, and then slowly take your chin back to the chest and lower everything down. Cross your legs here and reach the arms out to the side, extend them forward, and let your palms face towards the floor. Reach your fingers to the ceiling, pushing the heels of your hands forward, and then lower, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. Circle the hands in one direction. So getting the tension out from doing that last pose. Circle around, go the opposite way. And bring both hands onto your knees and close your eyes. Just as you were before when you were in Dandasana, just experience being present in the pose. And slowly let your eyes open. I'm going to extend the feet forward and we're going to scoot the butt towards the heels. Lower your back to the floor. And then pull your heels in as close to your butt as you can get it, making sure that your feet are facing forward and not turning out to the sides, keeping your legs about hip distance apart. Bring your arms down alongside you, and now coming into a pelvic tilt, so pull your navel into the back of the spine, flattening your lower back down to the mat. So feel the tightness, the belly pulling into the spine so that the abdominals are feeling tight. And we're just going to raise everything up, and as we lift the hips off the floor and the back off the floor, the arms are going to extend up to the ceiling and behind by the ears. So inhale, lift your hips, raise your arms, extend them all the way back behind by your ears, and then slowly with your exhale, let everything slowly come down. So you want to keep it in sync so that the back comes down when your arms lower. And again, lift up, inhale. Going up as high as you can, keep extending and reaching. And then exhale, lower it down. So do two more on your own and just close your eyes as you're doing this. Just stay with that movement. Doing two on your own. And when you finish your second one, just rest your arms down alongside you and just let your natural curve come into your back. Let your belly soften. And just let your eyes stay closed. From here, let's bring both knees into the chest. And we're going to hug the knees in, rock gently side to side, get a nice massage in through your lower back. And then send your left leg straight out onto the floor with your right knee hugged into your chest. Hold on to the outside of your right knee with your left hand and bring your right arm in T position. Inhale, pull the navel into the spine, and exhale, let that right knee release down. Let the right shoulder soften and take your gaze to look over the right finger. Close your eyes. Enjoy the space that's opening through the right side of your body. And let the breath flow in and out. So really experience your breathing. Really letting go. Each time that you exhale, feel a little bit more of a release, going deeper into your twist. And then inhale, return your head center, bring your right leg back up. Take your left leg in, make any adjustments that you need to, and then you're going to send the right leg straight out, letting it rest on the floor. Hold on to the outside of your left knee with your right hand and bring your left arm to the side in T position. Inhale, navel pulls into the spine. Exhale, that knee just releases to the right with the left shoulder relaxing. Just let it go. Gazing over the left fingers, closing your eyes. Enjoy the stretch. Just enjoying the space that is opening into the whole left side of your body. And inhale, return your head center, left leg comes up. Exhale, draw the right leg in, both knees hug in, rock it out nice and slow, massaging your back. And now taking our relaxation, our final pose in our practice, let your feet come down. Any warm clothing you'd like to put on, you can do that now. And then let your legs extend out, hip distance apart, feet open to the side, arms slightly away from your torso, palms open to the ceiling. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and let your chest lift. Let your eyes close. Just resume a natural flow of breath in and out gently through your nose. Let go of any tension, let go of the practice, let go of what you were not able to do, and accept what you were able to achieve today. You don't have to be perfect. We're perfect the way that we are. Always come with the intention of doing the best you can. So when we let go of those expectations, we create room and space for our growth. And that's true in everything. Sometimes we get in our own way. So yoga helps us really to be accepting and to start to notice if we are putting these obstacles in front of us. Sometimes we may be doing it unintentionally because we can use it as an excuse for not doing something. And so sometimes it takes our looking inward, really looking at whether or not we are doing our best. Are we sabotaging our growth? It takes what we call swadhyaya, which is self-study, to look at it, to be real with it, to address it, and then to notice if it needs to change. Sometimes we don't like what we see, but this is why we're practicing yoga. See what we need to change. Let everything go that's in your way. Relax. Let the struggle come out. With every out-breath, let go. Feel yourself opening up. Just continue to relax for the next few minutes. Moving out of your own way so that you can learn, grow, and even heal. slowly, without moving, just notice. No judging, no moving, observing your whole being. Feel the peace, feel the quiet, calm. And then with intention, just ever so slowly begin to move your fingers and your toes. Start to slowly take the time to come back into your physical body. Make sure that you're doing this on your own time. And once you're wiggling your fingers and your toes, maybe introduce movement into the wrists and ankles. And take a nice deep inhale. Stretch the arms all the way over your head as you come into a nice deep stretch. Exhaling out any sigh sounds or moans. And then gently hug those knees, pulling them into your chest. And rock side to side, awakening your body. When you feel ready, roll all the way over to the right side of your mat, resting your head on your inner right arm. Letting the left hand just come onto the floor in front of your chest. Be with your stillness. Be with your peace. And just take this time to notice what your practice has given to you. So some days it can be very, very eye-opening for us. We can be very observant that our practice was so beneficial and helpful. And even though you might not notice anything, or you might not be able to think of anything helpful or beneficial, just by taking the time to move, you've done something. So it doesn't have to be very visible. It's subtle. So using your left hand, push yourself up into a seated position and just find a comfortable seated position, legs crossed. Spine nice and tall as we did at the beginning, and the shoulders down. Bring your hands into prayer with the thumbs coming right into the center of your heart. And take this time to thank yourselves for taking this hour out of your evening to practice. Maybe you found that this is something that you might be able to eventually do. Maybe you just started practicing from the live stream through the library, and then maybe eventually you'll join when we actually are able to come back and participate as a whole group. So I welcome you back, or welcome you for your first time. So from here, we're going to chant Om one time. Take a nice deep breath in. Om. And slowly, gently let your chin come down to the chest as you bow to the light and love that shines within you. Know that that light and love shines brightly within each and every one of us. Namaste. Thank you very much, everyone. And we'll be having a meditation starting at 6:30, so if anyone wants to join in for that, we will be starting in about 15 minutes or so. So I hope to see you then if you feel that you'd like to participate in that. Have a good evening, everybody, and I'll see you next time.